Hello again from Mutmidlar, Turkey. I showed you my condo from the other side looking towards the Mediterranean. I called it a Mediterranean Ocean, but it's a Mediterranean Sea. And now I'm going to show you the other side. Again, I said it was about 1.5 kilometers from the Taurus Mountains. So I'm going to flip it around. And here we have the Taurus Mountains. Very beautiful, very beautiful. And as I said, that's the other side. That's the entrance to my condo and the ramp up. And I'm going to show you the walk, and it's the next day about 3 o'clock in the afternoon local time, and I'm going to walk up now. I'm not a young spring chicken or a spring rooster. At my age, which is 63, I'm walking up this ramp, so at the top I'm going to be kind of winded. Most people, I've seen very few people walk up here. It's mostly driving up here. Scooters are very common in Turkey. You can rent them, buy them. It's very, very handy. Again, I walk just because I'm not going to be here that long. So at the top, I'm going to be kind of winded. So let's walk to the top, and then I'm going to pause and give some explanation. I'm going to so why am I doing this? There's a swimming pool. Why am I doing this? Before I came to Turkey, well, before I retired, which I am retired, I did this so that I researched so that I'd know where I wanted to be. And I chose Turkey just, again, because I said the history, and it's so very handy. I lived in Fort McMurray, and for me to drive from Fort McMurray to my mom's house was about a 12-hour drive at the best of times. From here to go to Çatalhöyük, some people might know what that is. It's about a 4-hour drive. Çatalhöyük was one of the very first civilizations, or first towns, or settlements, excuse me, on the Konya Plain. So I'm yet to go there, but I will go there, and I'm thinking, I've heard reports that it's the best to go when the archaeologists are digging there, and other settlements close by. So it might be July, might be August when I go there, but I would like to see that. So this reddish brown rock is iron oxide, and iron oxide is important because it's the precursor, or the ingredient to making iron, steel weapons. So the Stone Age went to the Copper Age, went to the Bronze Age, which went to the Iron Age. And iron, being much harder than bronze, can hold their edge better. The Hittites were, it is believed that they are the first civilization to get iron. And that's just because it's so prevalent all around. I didn't realize, I had known that Hittites were the first ones to get iron, but I didn't know why. So it's just because they had so much more of it around. So how am I posting these? Is there a rhyme or reason as to how I post videos? I'm not doing this for the money. I'm just doing this so people can see what it's like in different parts of the world. I have the face, body, and voice for newspaper. But if one or two people see this and think, oh, Turkey or wherever I go to is a good place where I'd like to see, that will be pay off enough. So after the last video that I made, I went to do some shopping. Now these trees that I pass by, I can see fruit. There's one in the back there. I'm not sure if that's a plum tree, but it's definitely a fruit-bearing tree. And these, you can't see them from a distance, but those are olive trees. I think this is a papaya, but I could be wrong. I can see some little fruit there. So here we are, about maybe 2-minute walk outside of 2-minute casual walk outside of my condo. This is going to the main road. So again, olives, lots of olives here. And way in the distance I can see orange fruit on a tree. Those are the plums that are very, very tasty. These are the small plum trees because unfortunately, myself included, have basically raided all the plums. And here we are. Here's some of the plums. And right next to the plums, very tasty, are olives. So within a minute or 2 minutes of walking, you have plums, olives, plums and olives. And as you walk down this road, which is, again, I said maybe 5 minutes long, you have so much different things to see. We've passed cacti on this road, and here's some more. These are just small ones. Larger ones, that grows with farmers planting. It's very common that they have different things. There's a Turkish lady tending her garden, or farmer, or whatever you want to call it. So here's cactuses that are right now into flower. And I had mentioned bananas in the greenhouses, and these are just bananas growing along the side of the road. So the varied fruit and vegetables in this area, it's quite amazing how in a small area like this you get basically everything. You know, watermelon, cherries, pineapple, bananas, just everything. I mean, I seen blueberries. I don't know where they grow the blueberries, but there's blueberries. So what blew me away, and I'd known that they grow a substantial amount of pomegranates around in Turkey. I didn't know exactly where, because I mean, just like in Canada, wheat grows on the prairies, but it doesn't grow in Newfoundland, or not very much in BC and stuff like that. So different areas have different things growing. But here we have what I believe is pomegranates growing on this flowering tree. Little baby pomegranate. all kinds of different stuff. Again, there's plums. So, some nice roses on the trees. I don't know if you can see this from here, but I definitely know what it is. That trellis above the car park contains grapes or grape plants. There's no grapes as of yet, but there's grape plants. So sometimes in point in the near future, they're gonna have grapes. So almost every farm has different things. I think this is beans that they're growing. And of course, oranges. Tons and tons of oranges. Oranges are super cheap here. If you wanted to, you could probably pick some, but I do not want because I still have them in the fridge. So oranges and all kinds of them. And so here we are, up along the road, the main road. There's trees with lemons on them. So again, in a 5-minute walk, we had pomegranates, oranges, plums, all kinds of stuff. Okay, that's Turkey.